Hello guys, so here we go again. So this is actually my third attempt to make a video comeback sa YouTube, no? Because as you know guys, I have a lot of videos before na pinag-private ko siya kasi I feel like hindi siya naka-align sa goal ko, sa buhay, sa lifestyle ko. And I feel like hindi ko siya gustong gawin as content, you know. So nag-isip ako like, since right now, marami akong time because I own my time now. Dati kasi like, nag-work ako ng 2 jobs, minsan pa 3 eh. Like, it's crazy back then. So, well, sa awa ng Diyos, like, we are a little bit level up na sa buhay. Yeah, so right now guys, so dati right, I work as security officer sa isang malaking hospital dito sa San Francisco. And at the same time, I think I remember at the same time I work as a Uber driver too. Like if I have free time, I work as an Uber driver. Then sometimes I work sa Postmate. I don't know if the Postmate still around. I think binili ng Uber Eats yung Postmate. I don't know about, but that's what I do before, right? And I tried many things before that doesn't work out because pinagsasabay-sabay ko silang lahat, right? Yeah, balik tayo sa sa gusto kong pag-usapan kasi I'm planning to go back to YouTube and I'm driving, but don't worry, I'm self-driving naman. I'm driving a Tesla. Naka-self-drive ako and I have mount, so it's good, right? It's good. Don't worry, I'm good. So yun nga, ang gusto kong maging content sa video na to from now on, no? Para tuloy-tuloy itong paggawa ko ng video is about business, about lifestyle, business, about trading, itong bago kong business ngayon. I would say this is a business still, trading. It's this might be the most hardest business na ginawa ko sa buong buhay ko because as you know guys, ang dami ko ng business na pinagkagawa sa buhay ko. Like back then in my province sa Philippines, sa Negros, I owned like a sharpening business. I was like not even 18 years old that time. I was like 15, maybe 14. Yeah. So I created this idea na ano bang needs ng aking village kasi I want to make a business but I don't have that much capital, you know. So nag-iisip ako ng magandang idea na hindi siya mahal pero at the same time nakakatulong sa community, nakakatulong sa village. So this idea is from like ano ba yung like mostly na ginagamit ng mga tao sa province, right? So most of them are carpenters, like construction workers. They work in a farm or they work, something like they use a metal as a tools, right? Then I was like, maybe I should start there. So ano bang needs ng metal sharpening, right? Then I see these people just sharpen lang nila sa bato, right? Sa bato, like, I mean, it's good pero hindi siya yung fast na and quality na sharpen. So doon nag-start yung first business ko talaga. My very first business, I remember, I think I was like, if I'm not mistaken, like between 13 to 15 years old. And that's my first business and doon ako nag-survive. I hired my uncle na he is a carpenter, and the rest is history, right? So doon ako na-start. I mean, since we're here, right? Since we are gonna talk about business in the future a lot of time, and about money and about lifestyle and how to improve your life, how to retire early, because that's my goal to retire at 35. I'm now 30 years old, so I still have five more years. But if I retire right now, I can. If I live in the Philippines, I still probably live a good life because I've been investing there since 19 years old. Anyways, so right there, that's my first business. my second business, I think I opened a recycling business. No, I'm sorry. I buy a condominium, yung pre-sealing, and I sell them after a year and a half. A year or 1 year and a half. Kapag nakita ko na yung price na nagbo-boom, then I sell my equity, then repeat. So I did that for probably 3-4 years, and I to be honest, it's that business is so good until nag-boom yung condominium business, until like supply is way too high and the demand is slowly going down, and wala nang gustong bumili kasi sa sobrang dami, diba? But before that na happen, nakaano na ako sa apartment business. Nakalipat na ako, nakashift na ako sa apartment business. So I stopped investing in condo. Nagfo-focus ako ngayon sa apartment. I still own few condos dyan sa Philippines, but my main focus right now really is the apartment business. We buy land and we build apartments. So yan ang focus ko ngayon talaga. I think that's my second business. Then my third one, I opened actually a piggery business sa Pangasinan, right, with my business partner dyan sa Pilipinas. Then after like probably 6-9 months, then I slowly realized that it's not really for me, piggery business. First of all, I don't have passion. My business partner has the passion, and hindi ko nakita sa kanya yung like, alam mo yung future growth, di ba? Hindi ko masyadong nakitaan ng future, so that's the reason why I told him, it's yours now, I quit. Yeah. Then I opened a recycling business too sa province, sa Negros. So I opened, we actually doing pretty good in the first 6 months. We opened a second branch within just 6 months. That crazy, right? Then after that, my manager, di ko na sabihin yung pangalan niya, but nagkasakit kuno siya, right? Ginamit niya yung funding na million din. So that's the reason why I was like, damn, like naubos do yung funding, and ginamit daw sa hospital bill, something like that. So sabi ko, this is over. And I don't really like recycling anyway. So around that area, I know myself na I love doing business. I know myself, but it just, I don't know what I want yet. Anong niche? Anong palipat-lipat ako ba? Like parang ito, pagkatapos nito sa kabila naman, parang ganon. Kasi I don't know what I want yet, because back then I'm like in my like 22, I think. Because like you have this money from the real estate, million, and I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do on that money, right? So I just opened this business. So yun. Then after that, hinahin ko na lang. I completely like sold everything, like yung mga trucks, mga anong pwede pang isold completely, kung ano man yung hindi namin nabenta, like talagang binigay ko na lang sa yung mga previous employees. So the next venture actually is restaurant. I actually own a restaurant too dyan sa Metro Manila, no, with my cousin, and my friend na kababata ko sa Pilipinas, na naging rin siya, naging property manager ko rin siya sa real estate business ko. The real estate business, by the way, I'm still very solid. I would say na nasa real estate talaga ako, and spa business and trading. I think I'm gonna focus on these 3 businesses, and I'm gonna grow it slowly. But anyways, back to restaurant business. My cousin is actually a chef, no, and we have a good, like banding, we are quite close then. So we start this business. It's the concept is Filipino and Korean na pinagsama namin yung pinagsama namin yung concept, right? It's actually doing good, pretty good until the pandemic hit, you know. I know, like, it's not like kami lang yung nag-close on that area, right? Marami rin, like, the whole world is affected, right, during pandemic. So, and I can't cover the anymore yung costs kasi as you know, if you are a business owner, right, you can't run a business without employee, right? So we still open, but pick up lang, and pick up most likely pick up and online orders. But even though yun lang yung option mo that time, you still need employee, and you still need to pay the rent and the bills and lahat ng kailangan na stocks, right? And hindi ko na kaya siyang i-cover kasi, like, every month I have losses, right? And I don't know when it's gonna go back to normal, right? So we decided to sell it, and I believe hindi namin nabenta yung kasi walang gustong bumili that time, kasi who wants to buy a business during pandemic, right? So hindi namin nabenta. So binenta lang namin kung anong pwede namin mabenta. But again, I realized after ng lahat, right, like, baka hindi nga to para sa akin. Then that time, it hit me very hard kasi I realized na I question myself, no? Like, saan ba ako masaya? Saan ba ako magaling? Ano ba yung gusto kong gawin? Talaga na ako, like magiging big ako in the future, parang ganun. So that moment, naisip ko na mag-focus na lang talaga ako sa real estate, no? So yeah, nag-focus na lang ako sa real estate. Then nag-focus na lang ako kung anong buhay ko dito sa US. That time I still work in the security, pero nag-aaral na ako noon as a massage therapist. So after ko nag-graduate ng massage therapist, nag-work ako kaagad as a massage therapist to get experience. I know myself na hindi ako magtatagal as employee, because I would say I am a bad employee. I mean, I'm not a bad employee, but I would say I'm more like a leader kind of guy. I want to lead a team, parang ganon. 3 months pa lang ako sa pinag-workan ko, I promoted na. Then after 6 months, this is rare opportunity in San Francisco, to be honest. After 6 months, the owner actually offered me a partnership sa next branch na, and this branch is actually the biggest branch na magkakaroon sila ng biggest branch sa San Francisco. And I'm part of that business. This is like super rare because the owner believed me so much. I trained her employees. I literally like changed her business, the reviews and everything. I know myself na hindi talaga ako like yung tipong employee lang forever. So I opened my first business dito sa, like, my very very first business dito sa San Francisco. I opened a studio. It's a studio first. I opened a signed contract. Then after 6 months, we become the #1 massage provider in San Francisco, in this area. We have award from Google. We have like tons of reviews na lahat 5-star. And a good reviews. So in just 1 year, ang dami nating na-accomplish with partnership with insurance company. We even partnership sa government, and we become the rank #1 in our areas. It's like crazy, yeah. So I expand slowly. Then I started trading. This is probably the most hardest job, or maybe hindi a job, I think this is still a business. This is probably the hardest business na sinimulan ko. Now, it's not about strategy, it's not about how smart you are, it's not about how strategic you are, it's not about like how good you are in terms of running things, right? It's not like that. Trading is like, it's like your mirror na ano, like how to explain this, right? Parang ina-expose ng trading yung mga dark side mo, and if you can't fix that dark side, you're going to lose. There's a friend na nag-invite sa akin, and 3 months later nag-stop ako because shit, I mean, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Then I'm still busy that time and I have no time to study anyway. Then I came back, and then this time I own my time. Like, this is after the business boom, and I own my time. Then I was like, I thought it was easy though, kasi I seen this like social media, like driving a fucking Lamborghini, these kids like wearing you know, like luxury thing, right? So nadala ako sa hype. Then bumalik ako sa trading, right? But this time I have intention na maging, you know, profitable. Hindi katulad dati na nag-copy lang ako ng mga trading signals, mga ganun. I mean, it's good, but it's better pa din na kung sa'yo yun galing yung trade, kasi that's a freedom. Trading is not for everybody. Like probably 90% na nag-try mag-trade, hindi sila naging successful. Yeah, not because they are a bad trader. The strategy is easy. Following the strategy is the hardest one, kasi requires na yun ng psychology, discipline, all those, you know, all this kind of stuff. That's the hardest one. I have this many times na, alam mo yung mag-trade ka, then you lose the trade, then you hold the trade because you cannot accept defeat. And it's my problem for months until I realized, oh shit, I mean, this cycles keep coming back, and hindi ko siya masyadong napansin because I don't journal that time. I don't journal. That's why journaling is very important, because doon mo talaga makikita yung pattern, saan ka lagi nagkakamali, saan yung laging yung FOMO mo, yung emotion mo, saan laging, you know, na trigger, anong dahilan. So that's why it's very important to journal. Minsan pa, like, I have this greed, right? My trade is actually literally TP hit, pero I move the TP hit because I want more, you know. I want, like, I risk 1%, pumunta na sa 2%, then I move this TP because I want 3%. So I didn't even, and that is the definition of greed. I build my own strategy now. I mean, it's not my own strategy. The strategy been there for decade, but I pick knowledge there and I combine it together, and, you know, it become my own strategy. Yeah. And I'm currently in backtesting right now. It's been doing good. The backtesting doing good. It's actually a high win rate strategy, and this is strategy actually I passed already mini funded in the strategy, using the strategy, but it's not enough yet because I still have problem about my psychology, my discipline following the strategy. I've been working on that. I don't want you guys to watch very long video. And you don't even know who I am. By the way, I'm Elton. Yeah, taga probinsya ako, taga Negros ako, Bisaya ako. As you know, sa accent ko, no, I'm Bisaya. I'm from Negros Oriental. I grew up literally like the mountain of Negros Oriental na walang two-wheel access. Horse lang or lakad lang talaga. Like that mountain. I grew up that mountain. Nakatira ako dito sa San Francisco, California. Like, it's a huge, like, hindi mo talaga malaman yung buhay, no? Like, Like before nasa mountain ako, but now nasa San Francisco ako. Who knows, right? I mean, that's why guys, like, keep fighting. We never know talaga. Like I don't even know na mapadpad ako dito sa US, right? I don't know. I don't have a goal before this big goal. I mean I have a goal before na, because I know since before I know na I think different, right? Sa lahat ng mga kids na mga ano kalaro ko, I'm always like one step ahead mag-isip. Like I'm that kind of kid, and I'm very competitive because I grew up sa sport. It's probably the reason why, you know, sa trading ko very competitive. I cannot accept, it's hard for me to accept defeat because, you know, it's a sport, right? Anyways, but you can't win it all, right? In order to win, you need to lose. You need to accept defeat. That's what I learned so far. Our future vlog is all about business, but most likely it's all about trading, because this is where I'm currently at sa trading, and I'm really loving it. This trading thing, ano ginagawa ko yan, I really believe that this trading will change my future. I truly believe na ito yung key, kaya ginagalingan ko talaga, and siniseryoso ko na this time. Like I don't even know na makakagawa ko ng sarili kong strategy, right? That's crazy. But let's talk about the strategy soon. Let's talk about kung ano yung routine ko soon. This time I want this time to give you guys an update anong mga nangyari sa buhay ko dito and now currently. And if you like to follow my journey, my life until the end, until mag-retire ako ng 35, because that's my goal. Maybe makakuha kayo ng aral na pwede nyo i-apply din sa buhay nyo. So yeah, subscribe kayo sa channel ko, or mag-like kayo para, or mag-ano kayo kung anong gusto nyong gawin. Hindi ko kayo pinipilit mag-subscribe kasi I like what I'm doing right now, because I like this industry. I like yung content ko ngayon. Just wanna do this to you guys, to share it to you guys, na walang imposible sa buhay, right? Like if a kid na lumaki sa bundok, no, na Bisaya, I mean Bisaya, by the way, it's fucking awesome. All the Bisaya out there, shout out. They're fucking awesome. They're very kind people and very loving people too. Yeah. Shout out kung saan man kayo ngayon. This is just a reminder, guys, na walang imposible, right? Just do your best, believe in yourself, like I always do. I always believe myself, even though sometimes it's not good yung super believe yourself, because sometimes it's not, you know, hindi lahat believing yourself, hindi lahat na nag-end up ng maganda, right? Sometimes you need to filter it then. But believing yourself is definitely number one for me. Kasi pag wala kang belief sa sarili mo, like I don't think you can do anything, to be honest. Yeah. So yeah, this is a reminder for you guys. Alright guys, ciao.